Hi there, Sandy here. Welcome to another Friday Findings video at keepsakecrafts.net. Today I'm going to talk to you about using ceramic beads. They're quite beautiful and they really have their own unique look, but they do have some special challenges. So here I have an assortment of ceramic beads. Most of these I got at my local craft store and some of them I got elsewhere. Just like anything, you will find them in different qualities. And the nice thing about ceramic beads is they really have a beautiful finish. You have the glazes, and they have just kind of their own unique look that is nice. They also have a nice weight to them. They just feel nice when you wear them in a piece of jewelry. One of the most common problems that you can have with ceramic beads, however, is that the bead holes, if they're not excellent quality, can be kind of sharp. Now, you'd be surprised, ceramic is a material that's very hard. It's actually harder than granite. I learned that when my husband was working in granite and we got granite countertops, and he warned me not to slide the unglazed bottoms of ceramic dishes on the countertops because the ceramic would scratch the granite. So ceramic is very hard. A hard material combined with a rough edge, it means that your stringy materials will eventually get worn away. And you can see these are some very cool ceramic beads, but they all have kind of rough edges, and that's the problem you face when you get them at the craft store. They're not, I don't know if you can see that, they're really not the best. But if you really love these and you want to use them, there are tools that you can use to smooth out those edges. Now, I've done a Friday Findings video on using a bead reamer. This is a great tool, and it comes with several different tips that you can use depending on what it is that you're trying to file out. And these are diamond tips, so they are harder than the ceramic. And then I would just put this in my tool. This one screws out, and I would screw this one in. And then whenever you want to ream out the holes, you want to do it slowly and carefully. You don't want to just jam it in there and twist, because you could either break your tool or you might crack your bead. So just nice and slow and work your way through sanding it smooth. One way you can get around needing to do all of that is if you use bead stringing wire. Although even bead stringing wire will eventually wear away, so you wouldn't want to use it on a really rough hole. But this is probably the toughest material that you can string your beads onto. Now, another problem that you may encounter when you're using ceramic beads is you may have noticed that the holes are quite large, much larger than with other beads. And that can be a problem when you're stringing. For example, here I have these pink ceramic beads, and I have a Swarovski crystal bicone, and you can see the ends of the bicones are swallowed up. Or here I have a little diamond-shaped bead, and again it gets swallowed up inside the bead. Now, sometimes you can use that as a design element, and sometimes you don't want to. These little 4mm crystals are just about almost completely gone, as is this small spacer. So something that you may need to do is simply use a bead cap with these. And now I can see the entirety of my Swarovski crystal. Or if you don't want to use a bead cap, you just need to find some kind of a decorative spacer that will serve the same function. And because of the shape of this one, it kind of nestles in that hole, but you can still see your whole crystal. Now, this bead cap actually points up a third problem that you have with ceramic beads. If you're going to use bead stringing wire, which is very fine, then you can see that as this hangs on the wire, it's off center. Having it next to this bead cap shows that pretty plainly, and that doesn't look particularly nice. And there are a couple things that you can do. You can actually fill in that hole with seed beads. So here's a few seed beads, and seed beads come in different sizes, so you'll just have to find some that are the right size to fit in the hole of your bead. If you've benefited from my videos, consider becoming a patron. You can support this channel with $1 a month or whatever you can afford. Check out my Patreon page for all the details. And we'll add the other end cap here. And now you can see your bead is nicely centered on the bead stringing wire. So those are just a few tips for you on using ceramic beads in your jewelry creations. If you're interested in some of these supplies, there's a link in the upper right and in the description box to go to my blog post. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and check out my Patreon page to help support these videos. Thanks for watching. Happy creating. Bye-bye.